between something and a miracle. For real.
All right, now close your eyes. Think about your wildest dreams.
It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see Elijah Moore. He's more than happy with last week's numbers, going well over 100 yards and scoring twice. It's the Jets and the Bills, and it comes your way next.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Bills in this matchup, and this is going to be a heck of a chess match. This offense against a defense that will take no prisoners. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. We get our first look at this New York Jets offense, really retooled the last couple of seasons. And at the helm under center, second overall pick from 2021 out of BYU, Zach Wilson.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
They go play action with Wilson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Von Miller, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. A lot of talk the other day about them wanting to quiet this home crowd early and often. Very first play of the game, they do just that.
You're exactly right about that, because that's often a conversation when you go on the road and you travel. Hey, let's take the crowd out of it. What a great way of doing so by putting the quarterback on the deck.
First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man here is Conklin. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. They'll get 8, but they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive because that's not enough. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Back deep, Nyheim Hines. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Dances by him. The 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 38. Singletary to get the drive started. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That was Carl Lawson in pursuit that time, and he gets the stop.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
On 2nd and 12, Allen. This to Hines on the drop-off. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. On fourth down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. The Jets have Braxton Berrios back deep. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Jets will take over first and 10. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start. It's certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
Kaiir Elam in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. Throwing on 3rd and long. Wilson. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Carlos Basham, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Hines now on the return, and he is out of bounds inside the 35. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Allen now looks to throw. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The end result, 21 yards. Allen. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Well, that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving the running back a crease to run through. And that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. The kick by Bass is good, and the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly...
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. All again on 2nd down. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Wide open receiver complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that's probably be forgotten when we talk about points in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. If points result, we'll call this play significant.
They go play action now. Wilson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Terrell Bernard brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Wilson. He's got the connection to Moore. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. 3rd and long. It's Wilson. Dancing to his left. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
This first half is not going according to plan so far. Offensively, or even defensively for that matter, they could use a big-time spark somewhere. But it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. Week 9 here in the National Football League. We'll have 9 weeks to go after this. We've got a couple of good matchups in prime time to wrap up the first half of this season. Tonight, Tennessee and KC in the AFC. And then tomorrow night, an interconference matchup. Baltimore and New Orleans from the Superdome. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Give him 30 yards there.
As we've seen over the years, offensive coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover or put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. Steps away. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On the counter, this is Singletary. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now Allen. He finds his man, complete. It's McKenzie. And he is going to have a Bills first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. Singletary, they'll go up the middle. That burst good for 20 and a first down. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, and some nice running right there. That's what got them the first down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
To the air, Allen. And it's intercepted. picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
That's Matt Milano firing in from his linebacker position. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on it before he got the quarterback on the ground.
Now Wilson back into his end zone. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Now Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Wilson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Play action. Now Wilson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Wilson. Open man is Uzomah. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Wilson to throw. That pass complete to Moore. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 29-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Now Wilson on first down. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. Now this is picked up by the Bills. 30. The 20. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. Huge, huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Braxton Berrios selected to bring it out. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled into 20. Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. you've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
You must be very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop.
On the set.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Forced out to his left. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, it's Wilson. Over the middle, complete. That's Davis. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, this from 46. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And you wonder if with Allen's arm, they might just take their chances by dialing up a long one. A final shot before half for Allen. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. So we've reached halftime with a visit past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. So here are the Bills to take over. They were losers to the Packers a week ago, but they've got the lead right now here as they come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
And he stopped immediately there. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Throwing on second down. Wilson to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Buying time to his left. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
And he's got room. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A good pickup there at 22.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. This will be caught at about the 6. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it second down.
And they'll run it. This is James Robinson.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal to add some extra mass. Robinson is in. Touchdown, Jets. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
Taken at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Allen to throw it. It's complete to Diggs. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Play action. Now it's Allen. He finds his man. Complete. It's McKenzie. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that will bring up second down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd.
That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. Taken down at the 47-yard line.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
To throw, it's Allen. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains.
And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath, gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
And a solid run down inside the 30. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Singletary here running out of the gun, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. On play action, Allen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
Allen now looks to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long. And this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal. Because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
Throwing left side, it's complete. Touchdown, Bills. Stephon Diggs. His 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Bills have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And
17-10 score.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Berrios now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked out officially at the 21. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch. And it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field.
Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
Carlos Basham picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Caught right side, Davis. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
Right back to Singletary on 2nd down.
Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Bills on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Allen. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll punt it away for the second time. First kick 47. This one looks good as well. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10.
Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10.
At their own 15. Now Wilson. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
That sack doesn't change their offensive game plan. They always want to air it out and try and get the ball downfield quickly. They're going to have to block a little bit better, though, because the urgency and pressure just increase. Twice the distance now just to get a 1st down and 1 less down to try and get it.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw going to be caught by Davis.
And they work this out past the 25. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. On 1st down, Wilson. Open man here is Conklin. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again is Wilson. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 37. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Here's Wilson.
On the slant, he's got Davis.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted.
Teron Johnson able to pick it.
And the Bills have just about sewn up this football game.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Right back to Singletary on 2nd down.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Now Allen. Staying on his feet, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away.
Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return.
And the Jets will take over. So here's Wilson and the Jets.
Trailing 17-10, a minute 15 remaining. A fourth straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a first down. And he will find his man on the outside. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
You have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Here's Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times. Nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Micah Hyde.
A fourth down, they felt compelled to go for it, and he throws the INT.
Yeah, he knows that you can't take a sack there, so he had to try and force one in. Now, this might not be a throw he makes if we're in the second quarter, but he had to take the chance there, and this one wound up being intercepted.
And a solid run down inside the 30.
52 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe to get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Buffalo,